It really pains me to say this, but the author of one of the most influential stories of all time, and my personal favorite manga artist of all time, the creator of Berserk, Kentaro Miura, has officially passed away. According to a statement coming from the Young Animal magazine editorial department, Kentaro Miura passed away on May 6, 2021, and we are just hearing about the news now. The cause of death is from acute aortic dissection, which is a heart condition. This is not only a loss that will affect the manga/anime community, but it's going to affect all of the people that got to witness his story. Even as we speak, upon hearing the news, the MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has players lining up in a single file line in one area, all wearing a particular armor that was inspired in such a way, like the Berserker armor. Also, as some of you may know, the hit video game series known as Dark Souls also was heavily based off of Berserk. Even Gintama has had some scenes directly referencing Berserk, with Gintoki dressing up as Guts himself. Berserk was and still is my favorite manga series of all time. It's a series that I have been a part of for a couple of years now, and a series that touched me in such a way with its superb art, beautiful storytelling, and its self-reflective moments of philosophical topics. The series is also very personal to me because it's a series that helped me gain somewhat of a following over on my old channel, Professor Anime. I used to talk about each volume every week or so after I completed one, and then uploaded my thoughts to the channel, and once the 2016 and 2017 anime adaptations released, I also talked about those as well. But still, my personal favorite adaptation has been the 1997 anime. To be honest, I don't really know where I would be without a series like this. Part of the reason why I love Berserk so much is because of Guts himself, and what he does throughout the story of Berserk. He's a character, just a regular guy with insane strength, an individual who will give it his best effort to protect those he cares about and survive. He is a man that sticks to his goals and overcomes any obstacles that come across his way. Kentaro Miura created a wonderfully strong fictional character that represents a character of true human potential. I know it may sound a bit cringy to say, but Guts stands for a lot of what it means to be human. Looking on the passing of Kentaro Miura and looking at the progress of the story of Berserk, it really gets me thinking of what Miura was really trying to tell within the series, and I think Miura was showcasing his own journey, not as an artist, but what he personally was struggling with, and showcased that through his art. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled on some plot elements of Berserk, I would say to skip to the point of this video, because I will be comparing some plot points from the manga to Kentaro Miura's own life. In the beginning portions within the story of Berserk, Guts remained an individual without a goal, someone who did not know where life would take him. However, Guts felt the most alive through swinging his sword. This is what kept him alive. Guts was also able to find friends and companionship through the Band of the Hawk, and for the most part, he was able to find happiness within the group. If you look through the story through Miura's perspective, and this is just my speculation of course, but it's my own personal viewpoint. Like many of us through the early stages of our lives, we may not know what to do. Some of us still may not know what we want to do and where the future may take us and what kind of impact we will have. With Miura, however, I believe Miura felt most alive by swinging his sword, the brush of his pen on the pages he created for the story of Berserk. And I truly believe that Miura found happiness with the many fans he impacted with his story. And I think as well that the Band of the Hawk might have been to represent us, the fans, and the happiness that Miura must have felt, just as what Guts felt when he was with the Band of the Hawk. Apparently there was also some interviews surfacing from the publisher of Berserk in which they talked briefly on the subject of Miura's health, and Miura, I think, knew that he was living on borrowed time. The lost chapter of Berserk brings up the idea of evil, which was a chapter that was taken out of the original volumes of Berserk because Kentaro Miura thought it contained too many spoilers within the story. The idea of evil, though, was shaped as a heart with many eyes that was said to weave humanity's fate. In my opinion, this is possibly where Miura knew that he unfortunately only had a limited amount of time remaining, and he showcased this through his art. By the end of what is left of Berserk, we are left with a page of a conversation between Guts and the Skull Knight. The Skull Knight was a figment to represent death itself, which was looming over Guts like a curse throughout Guts' journey. And the final conversation we have between the two of them is after Guts completes his mission upon rescuing Casca and restoring her memories. Guts states, "What the hell do I do now?" With the Skull Knight, death looming over his shoulder, says that you bear witness to the end of your journey, and it is not always a happy thing. Kentaro Miura was speaking directly toward us in this moment, I believe. Death was slowly getting closer and closer to him, but he kept fighting on until he completed his story to the best of his ability. There is a page in Berserk from the earlier stages as well, where Guts talks about a dying soldier stating, "He died doing what he loved. I bet he was happy." Miura's passion for the series he created was reflective in his artwork. With every detail, every stroke of the pen, with every character expression, and with each page, it was done in true elegance. The last page of what is left of Berserk showcases the return of the Moonlight Child, who most likely resembles the son of Guts and Casca, shining in the background. The Moonlight Child is the entity that appears before Guts, who has calmed him through succumbing to darkness from the Berserker armor, and has even briefly united Guts and Casca. The Moonlight Child, in my opinion, is possibly the symbol of hope for one day Casca, Guts, and their child to be reunited, and despite having the story unfinished, I think Berserk ended on a happy note. I really do not know what will become of Berserk, knowing full well that there will never be another mangaka close to what Miura was capable of. Even if there was some possible way to continue the story of Berserk, whether it be through Miura's assistance or something else entirely, it still wouldn't be the same. Miura was one of a kind manga author, and it pains me greatly knowing of his passing. Berserk is a series that spoke to me on so many different levels, not only through the action-packed badassery it contained, but even through its silent moments of human contemplation. As a fan of Berserk, and as someone who felt personally touched by this story, I want to thank Kentaro Miura for creating my favorite manga, and a series that will be remembered until the day I die. You touched a lot of lives through the creation of this story and have inspired many. I myself and the community thank you for creating such a powerful character through Guts, as a character that showed me that even through the darkest times, and through whatever obstacles life may throw at you, that you do have the strength to keep moving forward. Thank you, Kentaro Miura, and may you rest in peace.